Welcome again to our Christmas Eve service. This evening, perhaps more than any other, holds a tender place in my heart. For me, and I suspect for many of us, there's something undeniably magical about Christmas. A magic that lingers long after the candles are extinguished and the songs fade to silence. Many of us can remember Christmas through the lens of childhood. And if we're fortunate, our celebrations might have included music, lights, food, wrapped gifts, yummy sweets, stories that warmed our hearts, and a sense of wonder that almost felt sacred. Those early recollections often shape and color our experience of Christmas for years or perhaps a lifetime to come. My childhood memories growing up in New York City are as alive in me now as they were when I was 8 years old. I remember the most exciting moment was when my best friend Carol Lowenberg and me were on Dyckman Street, and when the Christmas lights were lit. There were just a few bulbs hung across the street, not much to look at, but for us it was Rockefeller Center. It was a magical sight. And then we'd find our way to Woolworth's, and we'd spend hours just staring at the decorations. We didn't need to buy anything. It was just enough to look at the beautiful colors and the sparkling lights. If we could have stayed there all night, we would have, and would have been completely content. And then the magical moment of when the family would go out, and our family would always go down Dyckman Street and pick out a tree that was too high for our apartment. Every year we'd have to cut the top of the tree off, and it seemed as if the tree grew right into the ceiling. A very typical New York City childhood memory, but it's so sweet and so alive in me. It makes my family, our parents, come back to life. Some of those seeds of wonder stay with us throughout our lives. And yet, as I talk with people during this season, especially parents and caregivers, I hear something else as well. The magic isn't gone, but for many it has dimmed. The to-do list has overtaken the to-be list. The checklist has eclipsed the experience of love itself. And so tonight I want to talk about gifts, not only the ones we give, but also the ones we sometimes miss. You know, if ever there's a congregation that I could honestly say this to, you are the ones. You are always looking for ways to help, to offer care, to show up for one another, and to try to make the world a better place. That generosity is clearly not confined to Christmas. It lives here year-round, and it is a blessing. But at Christmas especially, there is one gift we often overlook, and the gift can't be wrapped. The gift we quietly deny ourselves. And the gift is you. Not in the sense of indulgence or material things, but in the deeper, truer sense. The gift of space. Space to rest, space to breathe, space to feel joy, space to sit with the music rather than rushing past it, space to let the to-be and the to-love lists matter just as much as the to-do list. I'm surrounded by remarkable human beings whose lives are filled with meaning, and I also see the strain. For many, this season comes not as a time of peace, but of added stress. For many, the season, it's a stress to meet every expectation, to give to every need that comes up. It places pressure on so many people, but mostly on those who are already struggling to just get by. Often what disappears first is sleep, stillness, and simple presence. We each have only one lifetime. If we bypass ourselves, especially during a season meant to remind us of love and connection, we may be missing one of the most sacred gifts available to us. As I mentioned earlier, I love Christmas. And truly, it's my favorite time of year. And a little about me, most of you know this, I was born and raised in the Armenian Church as an Eastern Orthodox Christian. But now as a UU person and minister, I approach this season with both reverence and a slightly different lens. It has often struck me that we celebrate only two moments in the life of Jesus of Nazareth: his birth and his death, Christmas and Easter. And we focus on the stories of miracles that have shaped faith for centuries. And yet, somehow, I wonder if something essential is getting lost along the way. If we might need another holy day, a day devoted not to the miracles around Jesus, but to the wisdom of his teachings and within his teachings. So I wanted to talk briefly about two of his teachings, two of his stories that always impact me this evening. The first is based in the scripture of the Gospel of Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. The ministers who taught us, especially Reverend Joyce Lichtenstein, was very clear that the directive of this teaching was that it's not about somebody else who is to be our light. It is about us, our calling to be that light. That each of us is the light of the world exactly as we are. Not if our lives are perfect, not if things were the way we imagine they should be, but as it is. That light is not dependent on another person to ignite it. It is not something handed to you from the outside. It is yours to light. It is yours to tend to. It is yours to keep burning. Jesus reminds us not to hide that light, but to place it high, where it can illuminate the way for others. The second teaching comes from the Gospel of Luke 17:21. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And that is also, you'd find this also in the Gnostic texts of the Gospel of Thomas. And in this thought, it is that not that heaven is a place that you arrive as a destination, but it's something that is within us. It is within our lives. It is already here. And it is waiting to be recognized, nurtured, and lived into. And here is the heart of my message this evening, is that the only one who could truly light the light within you is you. The only one who can tend to that flame of the inner kingdom is you. And the lighting this light within ourselves and tending this kingdom within ourselves is not a selfish thing. It's not for us. For we know when we're in the presence of somebody who is tending to their light, somebody who comes to us with their heart filled, ready to give, that is cultivating it. A child knows when a parent is giving a gift, but they are mad or they're not present. We know when that light is out in others. And when we cultivate that light in ourselves, it is not just a gift for us. It's the gift we have. So amid all the giving and preparing, all the expectations and responsibilities, I invite you, gently, lovingly, to pause, to take a breath, to tend to the flame within you, to nurture that quiet miracle. Give yourself the gift only you can give. Sit down where you can. Love yourself a little more generously. Allow yourself moments of rest and beauty and presence. And in doing so, you are not withdrawing from the world, but you are becoming more fully the light that the world around you needs so desperately. I see Jesus as one of the wisest teachers to ever walk this earth. Whether he was the Son of God, wholly human, or somehow both, or perhaps like us, a bearer of divine light on earth, I cannot say. I do not know. But I do know that his teachings call us inward as much as they call us outward. So tonight, as we light our candles together, may you also light the flame within yourself and let it glow brightly. Lift it up high, share it freely, first by honoring your own sacred worth. More than any gift wrapped under a tree, the greatest gift you can offer the world is that light within you. Thank you for being that light. And may blessings of peace, love, and gentle joy be yours tonight and always. May it be so, and Merry Christmas. If you like this video, please like us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you.